YouTube. I'm back again. It's Tiffy T, the resale queen. Gotta keep that branding in there so y'all know who I am. So, today's subject is one cannot live off of Amazon alone. I think I've talked about this to people who follow me every now and again on a couple groups. I was real heavy in Amazon probably about 3 years ago. I mean, that was all that I did. Now, I'm not just doing that as a business. I got several other businesses going because one thing that I think everyone in this culture and in this business has to realize, you don't own Amazon. You don't own eBay, TrueGather, Mercari. There's a whole bunch of other places. Top Hatter. A couple other different places that, of course, are leaving me right now. That people sell on, that I sell on as well. You don't own those platforms. At any time, they can go away. And what you gonna do when that happens? So, I have branched out into completely other businesses that have nothing to do with Amazon or selling, because I understand that one day Amazon could come up and say, you know what, we have learned everything we need to learn from you third-party sellers. You guys have done great jobs with making software to find the cheapest products. You've helped us with negotiating on how to talk to out of foreign suppliers. We're just going to do that ourselves. Now, that may sound crazy, but they do have the manpower and they got the money to do that if they really wanted to, because they could. They could say, you know what, we're going to take over and do everything we want to do. And what are you going to do? Go hard on eBay? Sure, you can do that. Or you can make sure that you own your own stuff. So, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about my own Amazon journey and how I started. So, just like many other people, I was kind of looking for something to do that didn't take a lot of time, could make me a little bit of pocket change, but I didn't have to put a lot of commitment into it. So I did, some searching on different, Facebook groups and things like that. And finally, I just said, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger and I'm going to start this. So I'm a person, I like to learn by doing. So I figured I'm going to take $50, go on down to the Dollar Tree and see if this works. So I went to the Dollar Tree. I started scanning and start seeing products that were already on Amazon and were selling. And I bought them. I figured I could just lose out on the $50 and go from there. So I followed the rules and did all the shipping, the labeling, and sent stuff out. And I kind of forgot about it for a little bit until I got the notification of my first sale. And I was like, oh, someone bought something. So it turned out my first sale was for $39 off of a product I bought at the dollar store. They bought multiple of them. So at that moment, I knew this was real. That's when I got real serious. I made a few mentions to my husband about it, and he was on board of, okay, I wasn't going to touch bill money, so it was okay. Then probably less than 2 months later, we got a direct deposit in our checking account, and it was over $900. And my husband came home and said, where the hell does $900 come from? I said, that's Amazon. He said, so what you been doing to get the $900? So I showed him. told him I was going to the store. And he was like, oh, you're going to need to keep doing this. Because we basically made like an extra paycheck that month. So I took that money, put it all back into the business, and that's what we've been doing, rolling that way. Then we started to branch out with like flea market sales, or excuse me, not flea market sales, not that. Then we started to branch out buying liquidation and doing liquidation sales. And I felt, and everyone has their own opinion, I am not a fan of buying liquidations and putting that stuff on Amazon. The Amazon customer has a different thought process on what new is, and Amazon has very strict rules on what new is. And even if you put all the deficiencies and defects in the listing, people still get mad because it's not what they thought it was. So I found eBay to be the better place to put liquidation items. So that's after that. Then we started looking at different flea markets, and we started doing that. And then we started looking at private labeling. I started going about it, I would say, is like an easier way with using like Aliexpress at first. And then once you start doing that, they just, the buyers, I don't want to call them buyers, I guess they're the intermediaries. They start contacting you, because when you start ordering a couple hundred products, they realize what you're doing, and they have not a problem working out a deal with you. So I have all of that going on with my Amazon, and now branched out to other businesses because I don't own Amazon. Amazon does make me good money, but I don't own it. And so I'm lucky. I'm in a very good relationship. I have a husband that has a good job. So I am not in a situation where if I don't make this money, my kids don't eat. However, if you are, now I'm not telling you that you can't step out on faith and things like that, but you need to have a plan of how you're going to make it. So I wouldn't say, I'm a single mom, let me go quit my job. I wouldn't do that. Okay, don't be doing that. Don't be saying Tiff told you to do nothing like that, because Tiff didn't tell you to do nothing like that. Okay, now I know there's other people out here on the internets and stuff saying quit your job, put your time in full time. You can make the money. You can, but you're gonna have to put in full-time hours and have full-time investment. And when I say investment, I'm talking cash money. Okay, just like with anything, to make money, you better have money. So if you don't have several thousands of dollars to invest, I don't think that's something you should do. You should let this be your side hustle. Let this be your little walking around play money. If you've been a single mom, you understand. If you're a single, I should say single parent, because they just single moms no more. If you're a single parent, you understand. I know. I was there. At one point. Shoot. At one point, I was homeless. that's a whole nother video. But I put this video out just to say there's nothing wrong with using online platforms to do what you need to do to get some money. Nothing wrong with it. I'm all for it. But make sure you got a plan for that day when it stops, because anything can happen. Your account can get suspended. You can have too many intellectual claims against you. This system, servers could just go down and your account could be wiped away. Anything could happen. Anything. So have a plan. And if your plan is, I don't know, you need to make one, because you better figure it out. But that's just all I came to say was, one cannot live off of Amazon alone. Make your own website. Get your own products. We got people buying products off of Instagram that are like topical products that have no FDA label, nothing on them. And these people are making money off of just paying for advertisement on Instagram. People buy stuff off of Instagram. I know but I'm just saying, people are buying stuff without using it, without trying it, because they have the marketing in front of them. They are willing to spend hundreds of dollars. And don't tell me I'm wrong. I know I'm right. You know why I know I'm right? Because I've done it. I have bought sight unseen of products that I've seen marketed to me and go, yeah, I got a little extra money, try that. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. If it don't, they'll get a reputation. But I'm just saying, don't just let Amazon be your end-all be-all. Do more. You obviously can. You figured out the Amazon system, so figure out your own system. That's all.